Stop jumping on the bandwagons of the deadbeat men that you're dealing with by calling his baby's moms bitter. No one is in denial that a baby's mom is bitter. See, you guys call baby's mothers bitter as if the baby's mother is in denial that she is bitter. She knows she's bitter. She's pissed off. And she has a reason to be pissed off. See, you have no clue as to who you're dealing with. And see, this is what really gets under my skin. And I'm going to share with you guys a little personal experience that I have had with my ex-husband. And this is the reason why I say stop jumping on the bandwagons of these deadbeat men, because you don't know who you're dealing with. You have no clue what this man, who this man is, or what he's capable of doing until he does it to you. And then you're going to be one of those same bitter baby's mothers, because he's going to make you one. Because see, the same thing that he did to his baby's moms, you are not exempt. Just give it a few more years, give it a little more time, and believe you me, the shoe will be on the other foot. I can say that because it happened to me. So yes, when I see women just start to defend these men that they're sleeping with, you know, and be so quick to judge the baby's moms and call them bitter and, oh, they need to just don't worry about this and don't worry about that. Listen, until you are in that woman's shoes, you have nothing to say about how she feels about what this man did to her. Okay? Stop acting like you women are so strong that you wouldn't be bitter if a man put you in a situation and then abandoned you and then left you to take on not only your responsibilities, but his responsibilities. Listen, you are not Superwoman, okay? I am one of the strongest people that I know, and I was very bitter towards my ex-husband. You damn right. Because guess what? I didn't sign up for the shit that he put me through. But I dealt with it like a woman. You know what I'm saying? I did what was necessary of me to do as a mother. But yes, these women are bitter. You know why? Because they're hurt. Because they gave so many chances out of pure love to somebody that they once was in love with, to the point where they risked their lives to give this man a child. Because again, you women who do not have children, and then even some of you who do have children, you have the audacity to act like you didn't give your life for this man to have a life. And I've said this many times before. Not only that, a lot of women give up a lot of themselves just to try and please a man, just to try and be down with him, be his ride or die, you know, be loyal to him. Because see, men have a lot of obligations and things that they expect a woman to do to prove her love to him. But yet when the shoe is put on the other foot and it's time for him to prove his love to that woman, see, that's where it's a double standard. But my problem is with you women who are now sleeping with our deadbeat dads, who are now sleeping with our children's fathers, who feel as though you have a right to say anything about his baby's mom when you don't, because you have no clue. Let me tell you something. When I met my ex-husband, now he didn't have a baby's mom. He cheated on me. Okay, so the baby's mom came into our lives 3 years after we were already together. Now, he knew of her. He knew this girl, you know. So my situation is, and I'm going to say this because I want you girls and, you know, these little girls who are out there who are in these relationships and you're blind. You're in a situation and you don't know what you've gotten yourself into. You have no idea who you are dealing with. But I'm going to share with you a little personal secret and give you a little bit of advice as to why I say you should have nothing to say about anybody's baby's mom just because you are now sleeping with her deadbeat, okay? Now, like I said, my ex-husband knew this girl, okay? He knew this girl before we even got together. I guess they must have dealt with each other off and on over the years, okay? All of that came out later. I knew nothing of this girl. I found out about this girl the day she was in the hospital giving birth to my ex-husband's child. This is how I found out about her. Now, I stayed with my ex-husband because I was not going to just, let a mistake, something I thought was a mistake, cause me to not be with the guy that I was in love with. So I stayed in the situation. Over the years, we went through all types of hell with this girl because this girl was very bitter. And do you know why she was bitter? Because lo and behold, to my knowledge, my ex-husband was straddling the fence. He was over there using this girl, telling her whatever it is she needed to hear so that he could continue dealing with her, getting from her whatever it is he was getting from her. So therefore, he was giving her mixed signals. So when it came out that, he's with me and I'm not leaving, she has this baby by him now. And of course, she thought the baby was going to make him leave me, and it didn't. She became very bitter because here it is. She's given this man his first child. They have been knowing each other for years. And I'm new. I'm the new chick. I'm the new girl. I'm somebody that he took an interest in, knowing that this lady was in love with him all these years. So even though he wasn't in love with her, he still played around with her, slept with her when it was convenient for him. So he was playing on this girl's emotions. And see, I'm woman enough to admit that that is what he was doing. And you best believe that I let him know that it wasn't right. So during the course of, when we got married, we ended up getting married. And so we dealt with this girl and she gave us pure D hell. But see, I understood where she was coming from. I understood where the hate and the anger and the pain was coming from. So I tried not to let her hate draw me into, whatever it is she was going through. So I didn't really want to keep battling with her because it was horrible. It was a mess. We constantly fought. We constantly argued. She constantly was in our lives. And there was no getting rid of her because she was now the mother of his child. Now, it got to a point where my ex-husband started telling me things about this girl. When I started thinking, okay, are you still messing with her? Because, see, this girl was acting so bizarre. She was acting so crazy to the point where it started to make me think that maybe he's still sleeping with her. So, now I'm questioning him like, wait a minute, are you still sleeping with this girl? So when you go visit your child, are you sleeping with her? Like, what is going on? Because to me, it didn't make any sense for her to be acting the way that she was acting, if they were not still involved. It was just very, very suspect, her behavior and the anger and the hate that she had towards me, because from the very beginning, I wanted him to be involved in the child's life. I even went to this lady's house on several occasions to talk to her woman to let her know that, look, he is going to take responsibilities. He is going to be in your child's life. So and I even told her, you can contact me. Let me know what the child needs because that's just the type of woman that I am. And my siblings and everybody around me just thought that I was just doing the most and you shouldn't even be trying to be her friend or doing that. But you know what? I was doing it for the child because the child was innocent and the child did not ask to be here. So I was being the bigger person trying to make peace with this girl, but she didn't want peace with me. You know why? Because she wanted my husband. She didn't want to be my friend because she wanted to take my place with where he was. So once I understood that, then I backed up and I stopped trying to be her friend and I just let it go. And I, tried to let him do whatever it is he needed to do to try and bring peace in the situation. Now, it got to the point where he was telling me all this stuff about this girl. She is crazy, don't trust her, just telling me a bunch of negative stuff about her. He told me a bunch of stuff about her family, trying to convince me that this girl is not someone I should be trying to befriend and, and things like that. So I'm like, okay, now he has got in my head about this girl. So now here I am, I'm jumping on his bandwagon, calling her bitter. Every time I see her arguing with her, letting her know, you're just bitter, you're just mad. So when it was time for, You know, when she felt like she needed to take him to court because she felt like he wasn't supporting her the way that she wanted him to support her, I was just like you guys. Oh, you're bitter. Why are you taking him to court? You know, just siding with him because that's who I was with. So it is natural for anybody to side with, you know, the boyfriend. But I'm telling you, ladies, don't do it because you will eventually end up in the same situation as that baby's mom. Trust me, because that's exactly where I am now.